Alright, so you should have tried this problem out on your own, have some form of an answer using some of your problem solving strategies. So remember, you draw a picture. Think about, what do you know? What do you need to find out? Is there an equation you can draw? If you haven't used any of these problem solving strategies yet, stop the video now and try them out on your own. Okay, so remember the question says, a landscaper is laying grass for a rectangular playground. The grass will cover the whole playground except for a square sandbox. The diagram shows the playground and the sandbox. How many square yards of grass will the landscaper use? Okay, so again, just like the last problem, I'm going to draw a picture, just like they have. So it says one side is 15 yards. So I'm not going to use 15 of these to represent 15 yards. I'm feeling comfortable enough with this that I'm just going to make it look about like what they have there. So I'm going to label this. Top was a little longer. This is 15 yards. This is 25 yards. They have a sandbox in here. And they labeled this 6 yards. Playground. And sandbox. Okay, so I've drawn the picture. Now I'm thinking, what do I know and what do I need to find out? So I know that the length of the playground is 25 yards, and I know the width is 15 yards. I also know from the problem that the sandbox is a square. What does that mean? I know a square has all equal sides. So that means that the length and the width of this sandbox is 6 yards. Okay, so what am I trying to find out? Actually, you know what? I'm going to write this in so I don't get confused. So this side is 6 yards and this side is 6 yards because it said in the problem that it's a square. Okay, so the question was, how many square yards of grass will the landscaper use? So it's going to use grass everywhere except for inside the sandbox. So since it's square yards, that tells me that I'm looking for area again, I think. So first thing I'm going to do is think about what is the area or how much grass in yards will they need or the landscaper need for the playground. So remember, the equation for area, or the formula, is area equals length times width. So the area of the playground will be 25 yards times 15 yards. Okay, 25 times 15. Well, I can use the area model to help me figure this out. So I'm going to draw this off to the side real quick. So 20, I can break up 25 into tens and ones, 20 and 5. I can break up the 15 also into tens, which is one group of 10, which is 10, and ones, which is 5 ones. And draw my lines. 20 times 10 is 2 times 1 and 2 zeros, 200. 20 times 5 is 100. 5 times 10 is 50. And 5 times 5 is 25. If I add these all together, $200 plus 100 plus 50 plus 25, 5, 7, 3. 375. So I know the area of the playground is 375 square yards. Okay, but the problem is I still have this sandbox. So how can I figure out what the area of the playground is without the sandbox? Well, I guess I could find the area of the sandbox. So the area of the sandbox is 6 yards times 6 yards. 6 times 6 is 36 square yards. So the question is now, what operation can I use to help me figure out the area or the amount of grass that I'll need just for the playground and not for that sandbox? Well, I could subtract, right? I could subtract this little section from the big section to figure out everything except for this little bit. So I'm going to take 375 square yards and subtract 36 square yards. Can I subtract 5 minus 6? Not yet, anyway. 15 minus 6 is 9. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 minus nothing is 3. So, if I put this back into the problem, 339 yards squared, or square yards, all right, the landscaper will need 339 square yards of grass. What do you think? Were you close to that? Do you need more practice? Well, we're going to have some more practice next. So don't get scared. You'll have lots of practice to get better at this.